let's move to the next part, manipulation. In manipulation, what are we going to do is we are going to update, add, and remove. Three things: update the column, update the row, add the column, add the row, and remove the column or remove the row. Okay, three things we are going to do. Column names, if you want to access, we can use dot columns. If we want to change the column name, so what we can do is dot the data frame name dot column. These were the column name which were already given. Okay, these are the column name given. Here I have changed two columns. For example, the P class. I have changed the column name to from P class to passenger class here. Okay, and then one more column that I have changed is SIBSP. So this is sibling and spouse. This column's full form is. I want to change this column name like this. So I can do this exactly like this. Take the Titanic dot columns and then the whole list of column, whichever column we want to change the name, you just change the name and you can reassign it. Okay. So if we execute it again, it's going to change into new column names. All right. But we don't want it. We don't want to always, write all the column names and then select, okay, this one I wanted to change. It's too much. We don't want that. So what we can do specifically is we can map them. Okay. So it can be done using something called dot rename. So Titanic dot rename. Okay. And then columns, we have to pass in that, okay, these are the columns we want to replace, and we have to pass it as a dictionary. Okay. So the passenger class that we had, I want to convert it back to P class. The sibling and spouse that we had, I want to again change it to SIBSP. Okay. And in place is equal to true, we have to write in to make this rename function take the effect. Okay. Otherwise it won't affect it. It's just going to return us something and it's not going to be saved. Okay. In place is equal to true is required, and you will see quite a lot of function where you will see in place equal to true is required, and some function where in place equal to true is not required. And there are going to be some people who are going to ask me, why is that? The answer is we don't know. Nobody knows. In some way, when pandas were initially created, some functions they wrote that in place equal to true is going to be the part of it, and they started adding more functionality, and for the new function they did not add the in place equal to true. So for the legacy reason, some function has it and some function don't. That's it. There is no specific reason for it. Okay. For each and every function we have to remember, okay, in place equal to true, is it going to work for this or not? We have to think about it. Okay. Any question about changing the names of the columns?
No, sir.
Okay, perfect. All right, let's move next to updating the row wise element. Now I want to update the row wise element. For example, uh, I have the uh, name. I'm going to create a mask first. I'm going to add, okay, this gentleman. I want to find this gentleman's uh, the row, and I want to update it. Okay, so Mr. Name I have to select first. For this person, I have selected it. I added the mask here. I could have added the thing like LOC0 also. Uh, dot I LOC, and inside the mask I could have wrote like 0 also, and should have worked. But I did something like this. Okay, I want to find this man and I want to change the class of this person. So I created a mask where I found this name person, which is at the first position, and I want to change the value as 2. If I do that, it's going to give me a warning kind of thing here. Okay, and it's going to give me, if I check the head again after running this, I can see that the P class has not been changed. I assigned it to 2, but it's again 3. It didn't happen. It didn't work. So many people are using this way to change things again and again. We shouldn't do that. Okay, so this is a wrong way. Many people will do this, and they are going to get some error. So in assignment also, when this kind of question arises, don't use this. We have to always use ILOC or LOC. Okay, so always use ILOC or LOC. For example, fourth position I wanted to access, so LOC, the fourth position, I have been able to access all those things. Now if I want to replace the fourth observation, what I'm going to do is Titanic.loc or ILOC, depending on what indexing you want to follow, and you are going to pass a list of all the values that you want to have there. If the whole observation we want to change, we pass the whole thing. Okay, but if we want to change just one particular updating single element, what we do is we pass the fourth location, and then these columns we want to replace, and for equal to, if we do, only for these columns we want to pass the values. Okay, so for survived I want to change it to 0, for the name I want to change it to this, and age I want to change to this for the fourth observation. This is how, using the LOC, we can change the observation one at a time. Okay, any question here? This is pretty simple code here.
Sir, the data type should be same.
No, not necessarily. You can mostly change it.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, earlier example where you told that it didn't work out directly by using the mask.
Yeah.
So that we can just add up ILOC over there.
Yes, ILOC. Exactly. Yes, LOC or ILOC is the only way to update your observations.
Okay.
Okay. People used to do this and it used to work, but I'm showing it here because the newer version of Pandas don't support it.
Okay.
Okay, it has been like depreciated. Only LOC and ILOC has to be utilized to update your observations. Okay. All right. Any other question here?
So we can use where function, input.where function to update something.
Where, yes, we can. So it actually gives us a mask kind of thing. So it gives us a position, and all those things can be replaced then.
Yes.
Yeah, there are multiple functions that if you know, you can just utilize those. It's perfectly fine. Let's move to the updating and creating the columns. Creating the column is super easy. If I want to create a new column, for example adult, I'm just going to type Titanic, and then here the column name, inside a parenthesis the new column I want to create, and equal to 0 means that all the values here are going to be 0. This is the adult. I want to create all the values as 0. I've created a new column. Okay, now if I want to make a new column, okay, but I want to do it a conditional way. These parts are not supposed to be here. Okay, now I want to create a new column, which is actually the combination or a function of two different columns. So how can we do that is, we have Titanic, we have the fare head. This is the new column I want to create. So fare per head, for example, the single ticket actually here head can have like 5 people. One ticket can be assigned to multiple people also there. Okay, we saw it earlier when we search for a particular person's name, right? For example here, so when we search for the rice, we can see that these are people of the same family. Okay, and they actually got on the Titanic with the same ticket number. So these are all family members actually. Okay, SIBSP, you can see it there also, that these are the sibling and the children or spouse of those people, sibling or spouse of those people. Okay, these were all family members here. So single ticket can be of, and the pricing is same for all of them. You can also see that. For example, the fare is $29 has been paid. It's not like $29 for the whole each person. It's for the whole ticket. This is a whole ticket amount. But if I want to find, okay, how much money like per head was taken. So to do that, what I will have to do is I will have to create a new column. So fare per head. So I'm going to take the fare and I will going to divide it by the sibling or spouse, the number of people on that ticket. Okay, total number of people on that ticket. It's going to give me the per head price of it. So this is how I was able to create a new column, fare head. I have just divided it by the number of people that we had. Some place it's 0 because so it wasn't supposed to be exactly like this, but we will figure out how we can make it perfect when we reach to the stage where we will be learning group by. Any questions so far about creating a new column? We can just write the column name and equal to, we can just write all the values that we want.